Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. Okay, so what happened? Well, sorry for the repeats and Matt, the Neighborhood Network. I'm taping the show a week ahead of Thanksgiving weekend. Um, and we were supposed to put another show, and there was a technical thing, and so they put in a repeat of the last show we did at 59th Street. We're still waiting for the 38th Street studio to open up. It's going to be a brand new studio, and I'll be there with my camera and going behind the scenes of the brand new facilities. In the meantime, on so this is for the mothership for Manhattan Neighborhood Network, taped from home, and so it's going to go in its place until the new studios open up. This will be playing on Thanksgiving weekend. I have to tape this like 7 days ahead of time, unfortunately. But the box office is going to be interesting for Wakanda Forever. Okay, but in the meantime, um, real quick, I just want to catch up on some things I said last time, and I didn't. Well, update. Um, So this is going to be for the mothership. I had the neighborhood network, and then I'm going to be adding little supplements like I promised, and that's going to be throughout the whole winter. That means for throughout December into January. Okay. In the meantime, these shows are being put up on YouTube. Okay. Because it's basically all the supplements for the mothership. They get to be put on YouTube. But anyway, on YouTube, we got Instagram. We got Pinterest. Instagram is usually updates and there's gonna be some music videos, little tidbits, and I do movie reviews. I gave Black Panther: Wakanda Forever 2 out of 5. Disappointing. I'll get to that in a second. And then I also have um, TikTok. Because people were saying, "Hey, that link doesn't work," and of course SoundCloud. You get to hear the theme of the show and another theme for another website that I put about 5 years ago. I didn't follow up. That's the music. As most of you know, I'm going to go slowly back into music. I do background acting, but as far as this show goes, it's going to be for like maybe another year, and the show's going to transform. It's going to be a lot of behind the scenes. But anyway, so from the top, Instagram, Pinterest has a lot of movie posters from different countries, behind the scenes of Godzilla, making of, and things like that, and music group. I got ABBA up there for some reason. I always love the blonde one. And then SoundCloud, you're going to hear all original music compositions. That's going to expand for the other website that we have on YouTube. That's going to be for the next show. Because I really want to get into the movies here. And so those are updates that you're going to find. The links are going to be on the YouTube page. Just type in, go to YouTube, Videoland Express, blah, 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 and you see all the little links in the corner. Now, last time I said the Mark Hamill interview. Okay, they rearrange all the videos as years go by. So go back 7 years, you'll see the Mark Hamill interview. Okay, go back 13 years, and you'll see the James Bond clips that I've been getting a lot of hits on. And basically, this is from the box set. Okay, I was going to explain in the next show, but people have been really inquiring about this. And what it is the 5 best films of all rearranged. This has From What You Will Love, Majesty's Secret Service, Live and Let Die, For Your Eyes Only, and Golden Eye. And these are the double disc collection. I picked out Russian for Love with Sean Connery. And this had 2 discs. And what it did was take a lot of clips from this. You see Roger Moore back in 1967 before he even became James Bond. Okay, and he did like a comedy sketch on it. And that's included on the YouTube site. Okay, so that's where this came from. Now you can get this on Amazon for $39.99, and the reason is being that the new releases don't have any of the supplements. Okay, I don't know what happened with that. Like the Sean Connery collection, the Roger Moore collection, all the supplements, and at least Amazon remastered everything. Remember, last show I said it was going to be released on 4K. Well, they remastered 4K, but it's not only on Amazon, and the only thing they had was the concept. I was waiting for them to do something more, but I'm going to do a James Bond collection out of that. Okay. And the other thing I mentioned, Amazon has secured the rights for Sony Spider-Man. Anything related to Spider-Man through Sony is going to be through Amazon. They're going to present it. They got a hold of that. One of the producers from Walking Dead actually got hired to translate a lot of animated movies like the Spider-Verse and everything like that. Amazon got a hold of that. Not Disney. Oh, that's interesting. And I said last time, support your local amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, this is from the library. I've been getting a lot of research materials. So This is a thing that I didn't have last time, but it's pretty cool. And you get a library card, New York City, New York State, I think. New York City, five balls. But anyway, this is the thing I was mentioning last time. Now, the big surprise of the year, well, one of the best movies of the year, King Kong vs. Godzilla, was everything else sucked. I'm going to get the movie review in a second. And of course, the big surprise is this. Aha. Let's say you never forget, you never forget your first doctor. Well, the 10th Doctor turned out to be the 14th Doctor. I think that is the biggest surprise of the year. And let's not forget Jodie Watley. I really liked her as a doctor. A lot of people didn't. I think it's Block. They're thinking of doing a sequel to this with everybody coming back. And Jodie Watley should be available now. This is one of her first major movies, okay? And what's his name again? The Jedi, John Boyega. Yeah. So they're going to try to get everybody back and do a sequel to this. Okay, so the big surprise was The Doctor. I'm going to do a special on that also. James Bond is getting special. Godzilla is getting a special. Okay, and what I'm trying to do, as I mentioned on that show, I'm trying to get into the living room and do that where you can see the keyboards and guitar collection I got. And TikTok is going to be doing that for me. Okay, and YouTube Shorts. It's a keyboard. I'm not playing it today because it's not hooked up, but you're going to get a lot of original stuff playing. That's how I'm telling. Well, Video Expert is going to be turning over, you could say, behind the scenes. Anyway, so let's get to a couple things here. All right. Hopefully, I got the picture in picture. I'm doing this before I'm adding all the other stuff. Box office reviews. I don't want to talk about Black Panther. I mean, it's so disappointing. Why is the whole tribe on a battleship going out to the ocean where the battle should be in Wakanda itself, not out to sea, on their turf? Supposedly, the whole movie made no sense. Black Panther shows up at the last half hour. Box office, the numbers are coming in, and they're losing over 50%, 60% of the box office this weekend from the premiere of last weekend. This show is being taped the weekend before Thanksgiving. It's got one more shot of Thanksgiving weekend to get any money. It's not looking good. People who went back, people who went to see it went to see it. They're not going back. There's not going to get repeats. This film barely is going to make $1 billion. As far as I'm concerned, all three major Marvel movies have been a wipeout. The only good thing about Doctor Strange was the squid. I don't have it with me. Saving it for the next show. And the fighting with musical notes, me being a musician. But anyway, Thor was a wipeout. I got a Lego Thor. I'm going to say that for the next show. Because I'm building two shelves behind me, and I'm going to put all these props that I have from over the years. And that's what I'm doing that for. So Thor was a wipeout, and Wakanda is a wipeout. So, next review, Black Adam. Nothing original, but I still gave that a 4 out of 5. Why? The pacing was amazing. 2 hours. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. A lot of action. Some of the CG was kind of messed up. Yeah, look at Wakanda. You could tell everybody at the end there, standing on the battleship, is standing in front of a green screen. There was no effort on making that look good. And it looked cheap anyway. The battleship, really, that's the best battleship they can... And the Lego price on that is outrageous. Oh, hell no. But anyway, Black Adam, there's nothing original, though. When Black Adam first comes out of the cave, that's Iron Man. The rocket ship, or the jet, whatever, coming out of the mansion, X-Men, middle class. Yes, that was Storm. Yes, that was Ant-Man. You know, nothing original. But it was so fun. Even though the backstory was interesting. It was different, okay? And it was a lot more believable. Instead of some fish guy with little wings on his feet flying around. That looks so stupid. I was thinking Tinkerbell out of all things. But anyway, that's it with that. So, next review, Enola Holmes. Now, talk about Black Adam. And he said Shazam. We all know that Aquaman #2 was supposed to come out on Christmas, and they bumped it off because they wanted to get away from the whole water theme because of Avatar. There's a water theme in that Black Panther, but they didn't do anything with it. Trust me, if you haven't seen the movie. Another crumbs, a little spoiler. Wakanda, Black Panther. Okay, it's called Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Black Panther, the daughter, shows up the last 30 minutes, along with Ironheart. It was a stupid looking suit that looked like it was made out of plastic. Anyways. It's the words of all three MCU movies. Okay, MCU movies, should I say. But anyway, at least Shazam got put in instead of Aquaman. And I mean, what a diss. I mean, they got rid of Aquaman to get rid of, stay out of the way of Avatar. But anyway, but I still like Black Adam. A lot of action, and uh, the story was kind of tight. Except for the ending where, all of a sudden they're fighting the evil villain like Steppenwolf and his zombie of the dead, which you can knock over with a stick. I mean, that was kind of silly, but it was built up, set up, so you can introduce Superman at the very end. So that was okay. Um, I would see that again with the commentary. Wakanda Forever? No. Okay, and it's shame the director did such a great job in the first one. And if you have Walt Disney, Disney Plus, he does a commentary on the first Black Panther movie. It's like a bonus features and a lot of behind the scenes for the first Wakanda movie. So you want to see that movie again, which I recommend instead of Wakanda Forever. You got the commentary by the director and a lot of bonus features. Okay. Next thing, now talk about Shazam and Superman. I think I got. I don't know if I'm going to put it up or not, but let's. Enola Holmes. Okay. Stranger Things girl. Yeah. Okay. This is her second producing job on a movie. The sequel for Enola Holmes #1 with Henry Cavill, who plays Sherlock Holmes. And the rumor is they might give him a spin-off, his own movie, to do with Sherlock Holmes. Now that he's off The Witcher. A lot of people didn't understand what happened with The Witcher because he left that project. Rumors of James Bond. They don't know what they're going to do with that. They have no idea with James Bond. They have no clue what direction they're going to go in. So he jumped on Superman. He gets a bigger pay cut. He gets dividends, meaning he gets points at the box office. And merchandising right. As long as his face is on one of those things there, boom, he gets points for that. And The Witcher, he was not under contract, a multi-year contract, meaning he was not on a contract like for 2-3 years where he's locked in. A lot of actors they're locked in. Talk about James Bond, Pierce Brosnan. He was in Remington Steel and they offered James Bond, but the producers of Remington Steel TV show NBC they said no, you locked in. You owe us another 2 years on your contract for the TV show. And he couldn't do James Bond 2 years later. Show got canceled. Then he did that. So he was not signed to a multi-million-dollar deal, a multi-picture deal, a multi-TV series deal. So end of the year he said, "Okay, bye Witcher. I'm going to Superman. I'm hooked up." So, but Enola Holmes, I think good for her and good for him with to have a spinoff. And I really enjoyed both movies of Enola Holmes. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can squeeze this in. Let me look at my timing. Okay, I'm halfway. I'm good. Good, 10 minutes. So if I'm rushing, but I'm trying to squeeze 2 shows in one here. Again, this is for the mothership. No, I don't want to show that. Nope. What's the thing I want to show? Oh no, I misplaced it. I'm a lousy freaking producer. Wait, hold on. Well, I got one of them. Oh, silly me. It's over here. The other big surprise of the year. Oscars. Anybody talking about Oscars? Some shows on YouTube is already talking about Oscars because there's nothing else to talk about except for Avatar that's coming out. Avatar is going to come out December 14th, and let me tell you, it's going to have that weekend, and it's going to have Christmas weekend, and it's got 6 other movies coming out Christmas Day, which is ridiculous. Well, actually Christmas weekend. Some movies opening up on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Christmas Day. Okay, but 6 movies altogether in that weekend, and they're not going to be able to compete against Avatar. But we'll see how the numbers are. As far as I'm concerned, the big surprise is Top Gun Maverick versus Avatar. Who's going to be the biggest money maker? Wakanda Forever is out of the question. It's over. Shazam, that's it. Okay, but the big surprise as far as the Oscar tender, Michelle Yeoh. And Short Round, yes, I want to get his name right. Let me look at my credits here to make sure I say this right. Okay, K. Hugh Kwan. He was Short Round and Indiana Jones. And the Temple of Doom. He was the cute little kid there. No, he ain't. Listen, what was that line on the bridge? He ain't nuts. He's crazy. And Indiana Jones cuts the rope on the bridge. Ah, that was great stuff. Anyway, now he's a stuntman, and he should get an Oscar nod. Michelle Yeoh should get an Oscar nod. Jamie Lee Curtis. She should get an Oscar for supporting actor, with especially them with the hot dog fingers they got. The movie explains what they are, but anyway, instead of that second worst picture of the year, I'm I'm calling this for Oscar nomination for Best Picture, Best Stars, the directors, which I get to in a second. Jimmy Lee Curtis starred in the worst picture of the year, Halloween Ends. Piece of garbage. I gave that a 0. Next, let me mention this real quick. I don't want to show a picture of it because I don't want to promote it. Our favorite Bond girl, Ana Diamas, and she did that movie Blonde, 0. Okay, I'm gonna mention that at the end of the year. I'm gonna talk about it now. But anyway, those are the two worst pictures of the year. This is the big surprise. Next is Doctor Who, and let me tell you who these guys are, because should have Weird Al Yankovic, Daniel Radcliffe, 4 out of 5. Another big surprise. By the guys who did Swiss Army Man. That's right. These guys. They call the Dan brothers. Okay, remember the Wachowski brothers of The Matrix? Well, these are Dan. One is named Dan, the other one's named Daniel. They just call them the Dan brothers. So they did this movie out of Paul Dano, of course. He played the villain Batman. He was really good in that. I wasn't too crazy about that picture either. And Daniel Radcliffe. He's done a bunch of films that really, not B movies, but independent movies. Movies that, you never heard of. Gun Ammo, you ever hear that one? Yeah. He has 2 guns tied to his hands. And can use sense because he's got the guns almost like cemented in his hands. So he's got to use these 2 guns to fight throughout the whole movie. Weird but good. And this one, he plays, of course, hysterical. Well, the Dan brothers did this, and they went on to do did this. Okay. Anyway, what's amazing about this with the Dan brothers, Danielle Chenat and Daniel Kwan. Okay, one is main, yeah. They're both Daniel. One calls Daniel, the other one calls himself Dan. Anyway, what's surprising was they did a lot of music videos, which I've been catching up. They did one with Gary Newman. Remember him? Because he does a lot of keyboard stuff. Progressive 80s pioneer of New Age, and not really New Age. It's more like a synth pop back in the early 1980s. Here in my car, I feel safer for all. Here in my car, dun da dun. That song. The brothers did a lot of music videos, including Gary New, which I was surprised. I never knew that video even existed. So good for them. And they might get nominated for this picture. But Will Al should get Daniel Radcliffe first Golden Globe nomination for Best Comedic Performance. He was hysterical. Okay, I'm not pointing to the movie. I'm pointing to Daniel Radcliffe over here. Oh, let me do this here. That's Daniel. Yeah. Another Daniel. 3 Daniels in one picture. But anyway, he was really, really good in Weird Al Yankovic. Another big surprise. So we got Weird Al Yankovic, we got Doctor Who, and we got Yale Mitchell Company and this movie. This should get everybody an Oscar nominated, or at least Golden Globe nominations. Okay, that's my pick. I picked what was the movie last year with the Coda, the Children of Deaf Adults. And I was right, it won for Best Picture. Aha! So I'm going for this one. This is my pick. I'm saying it now, before the nominations are even announced. Okay, so what's going to happen? And those little shortcuts I said. Let me check my timing. Okay, I'm kind of ahead of the thing here. Now I can relax. I just want to get all that news in. Let's double check. Oh, I got one more. I think I'm going to put it in here. I didn't put it. I got 2 more. Okay. Another surprise. Paradise City. It's official. Bruce Willis' last movie, filmed in Hawaii with John Travolta. Bruce Willis is a cop, and John Travolta is the bad guy. They have a shootout at the very end at the beach. That's it. That's the only scene they pair together. There's a scene at the beginning of the movie. Travolta is in his restaurant. He's eating, and Bruce Willis sits down and says, "I want to know, have you ever seen this picture?" And all of a sudden, the other camera goes, "Oh no, I never. Yeah, I see this picture of this guy. I don't know who that is." And the camera cuts, and here's Bruce Willis holding the picture. Day and night. they're not even in the same scene. Apparently, Travolta did his lines, and then another day, Bruce Willis sat down in the other corner of the table and did his scenes. And it's a fact because at the end of the movie, you see the credits and you see all the outtakes. And John Travolta there is going, hello, is anybody going to help me read the script over here so I got my lines to bounce back? He's sitting by himself. You see the scene. Okay, there's a lot of outtakes in there. Again, Bruce Willis does his little cameo throughout the movie. Well, actually, he doesn't. He's in the beginning, 30, about 60 minutes. About an hour goes by, then he shows up at the last half hour, and the big shootout at the beach. It is his last movie, supposedly. And is the movie a big deal? It's a straight to streaming movie, a B movie. But I grew up with these guys, so it's good seeing them doing something. Don't expect much. I like both of them, so I'm getting a 3 out of 5. It's actually a 2 out of 5. But you've been warned. The other one, Christmas Cheers. Yeah, this show's being presented on Thanksgiving weekend. I got to get my holiday straight. And with that being said, Spirited. If you hear some of the songs, the album is already out. The soundtrack, it is a musical. Okay, these are the guys who did The Greatest Showman. With a picture, which I did, with John, the bass player, and it was a great, about 4 weeks experience of working at the studios over in Brooklyn, and we actually worked inside a big giant tent. The Greatest Showman, about the life of P.T. Barnum. Okay, before they became the Wrigley Brothers Circus. And yes, I did meet Hugh Jackman. I managed to shake his hand. Great guy. I'm going to be telling you a lot of stories about that, working as a background actor. As a matter of fact, Videoland Express is going to be producing that little segment, which is going to premiere, I think, end of December, January. We're waiting for the studios to open up, like I said. But anyway, the movie's called Spirited. Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, and it's a whole spin-off on Scrooge. Big twist. 1 or 2 cameos. Rewind. It has the best line ever of the year. Somewhere it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Anybody who doesn't wait for the holidays to drink eggnog knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm looking down here because I'm keeping 9 o'clock. I'm not dissing you guys. I see you guys up there in the camera. Okay, I see you and you see me, but I'm just paying attention over here because last time I got cut off and shows up. But anyway, it's Spirited. The guys who did the music for Greatest Showman did this. Songs are really good. Octavia Spencer, and I forgot her name, is an Indian actress, an actress from India. I believe her last name is Sulani Naini, I believe. She almost steals the show. She's really adorable and a great cast, great songs, and is a whole twist on Scrooge. You think, well, Ryan Reynolds is supposed to be the Scrooge, and you find out he's not the Scrooge. Somebody else is. Great plot twist. They really added something to it. It's a Scrooge retold, but with a big twist at the end, and you don't see it coming. Okay, so with that being said, one more time. Okay, I got a 3-minute warning. Okay, now Emmys. Talk about the awards. The Beatles won 5 awards, 5 Emmy awards for soundtrack, music, technology. I finally got this on Blu-ray. Took me a while, and of course, I'm a huge Beatles fan. Can't do this on because copyright stuff, but you're gonna hear all original stuff. A lot of it is influenced by the Beatles. Okay, I'm gonna do a Beatles segment, real quick. Godfather. I didn't do a Godfather segment. Yes, I will. Funko Pop. Godfather 50 years. Okay, the original Godfather of Vito Corleone came out about a year or 2 ago, and now these are going for about $100. They redesigned it, re-released it to put 50-year anniversary celebration, and he has a little cat on his lap in a chair. Okay, I got Sony and I got Michael. I'm gonna save that for the special. Next, Star Wars. You haven't mentioned anything about Star Wars. I'm going to be showing you a lot of props, a lot of stuff that I have around the house. I've been in boxes, sitting in boxes for the longest. And this is a special edition picture disc. I got that from Toys R Us for $7.47. Toys R Us, when it was still in business. That's how old this thing is. See that? Let me pull out the disc. Okay, it's in the bag. So I'm going to be showing you a lot of this stuff. that I had in boxes. These are props that from so many years ago. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, and of course the Ewok. Yeah, I got a lot of props. I'm gonna be showing you actual plastic models. You see King Ghidorah over there, okay? They re-released those models. I got a huge Godzilla box. I'm looking up there. Funko Pops, a lot of that stuff. Show you my Iron Man collection. Yeah, Iron Maiden and Funko Pops, cute stuff. Eddie and Funko Pops, Iron Maiden. Up the irons. Okay, what's up? And we're gonna go back to vinyl. James Bond, yeah, his greatest hits. All 14, I think, 14 or 15. This is the original vinyl. This was I got this in Jane Out. You know Jane Out Music World? The original vinyl. Yeah. Does that look sweet? A lot of albums. Yes. I'm going to be going over that, the whole James Bond collection. I got a lot of books I want to show you. Um, I got some Viewmaster stuff. Remember Viewmaster? Yeah, this is stuff that I had for over 30 years. We're celebrating 33 years this past summer. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a lot of stuff that I brought for the show, never made it to the show. I got stuff that I did show, and I'm going to take them out of boxes, and I'm going to show you them. All the stuff that I've been collecting over the years. So it's going to be a lot of collectibles. And if anybody says, "Oh, wow, I'm going to show toys," no, I'm not showing toys. I'm showing props. Okay. Now I'm going to show you. I showed you last time. I showed you. Oop. Last time I showed you. I'm going to putting together a display of my Lego stuff. And a lot of it is relatable to the movies. Okay, either Marvel products or Star Wars products. So I don't have the other prop with me right now, but I'm going to be showing you a lot of that stuff. So we're still going to continue with movie reviews, some news, and news and reviews, and a lot of props. Okay, that ends the show. Let me end with one last thing. Can you see that? This is how old this prop is. You see that little sticker? Free Revenge of the Jedi. Let me put that right up front. Can you see that? Yes. This is the original collectible from 1982. Don't ask me what the figure went. Who knows? You get a free Admiral Akbar. This goes back to 1982. That's how old I am. Oh, I'm so old. But anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. This is going to be the Thanksgiving show. We're going to have a brand new show. Hopefully we get to the other little mini studio that I made up, so you can see all the stuff on the shelves. And that will be the Christmas show. And we'll let you know in between on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, and you can hear original music on SoundCloud. Check out SoundCloud. You can hear two or three themes. And then I'm going to tell you about the other website that's been sitting there for the longest. And it's going to be all original music. Anyway, that's it. Then I did the time. Thanks everybody for tuning in. And I'll see you in the next show. Thanks for tuning in. See you then. Bye.